All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a really fascinating path to healing. It's one that taps into ancient wisdom, but also our own gut feelings, our intuition, and it does it all through our connection to the animal world. We're going to explore this idea of a spirit-animal alliance and how it can be this incredible, multi-sensory tool for real change.
So, let me ask you this. When your world just falls apart, where do you turn? For some people, it's medicine. For others, it's family or friends. But the story we're looking at today, well, the answer came from a place no one would have ever guessed.
Okay, get this. Picture it. It's 1993. A woman is diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, and the doctors give her just 6 months to live. 6 months. Now, flash forward to today, she is a thriving 32-year survivor. So what happened? What was the key that unlocked that survival? Well, it was a totally unexpected alliance. An alliance with what she came to call spirit animals.
So, where does a journey like that even begin? You might think a hospital, a support group, maybe a new kind of therapy. But no, this story starts somewhere completely different. It starts inside the pages of a 19th century novel.
So let me introduce you to the person at the heart of this. Her name is Miryu Lee Misook, and she's not just one thing. She's a scholar, an artist, and a therapist. And it's that incredible mix of perspectives that gave her the tools to not just face this crisis, but to transform her own trauma into a really powerful healing method for others.
And this is the part that just gets me. It's so unexpected. When she got that diagnosis, she was a grad student, deep in her studies of Herman Melville's Moby Dick. And in her absolute darkest moment, with everything on the line, her lifeline wasn't medical. It was literary. It was this book.
You see, she spent 15 years studying this novel. And over that time, The Whale, it stopped being just an academic subject. It became her guide. She started to imagine its deep, rhythmic breathing. And in doing so, it taught her how to change her own short, panicked breaths into something calm and steady. The sheer grandeur of The Whale reminded her that life was so much bigger than the smallness of her fear. Bigger than even a cancer cell.
And this experience really formed the core of her entire idea. So when we talk about a spirit animal here, we're not talking about some fun online quiz. No, this is much deeper. It's a messenger, an ally in animal form that shows up in your dreams, in nature, even in art, to guide you, to protect you, and to help you heal.
And this is where the idea really expands. It's not about finding your one spirit animal. It's so much more than that. The idea is to build a whole team, a powerful healing team, what she calls the Spirit-Animal Alliance. So she draws on these deep shamanic traditions and explains that different animals show up for totally different reasons. Think of it like a specialized team. You've got your nature animals, like the whale, who reconnect you to your truest self. Then you have messenger animals, like a butterfly, that might show up right when you're at a crossroads. And then you have the shadow animals, like a scorpion, that actually help you face and integrate your deepest fears. And there are even more beyond these.
And the key here is that this isn't a passive thing. You're not just watching the animals go by. The whole point is to build a conscious, active partnership with these guides. You're creating an alliance on purpose, as a way to build your own resilience and spark some serious personal growth.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds cool, but how do you actually do it? Well, this is where the whole thing gets really practical and, frankly, pretty amazing. It's about how this alliance works not just in your head, but through your mind, your body, and even your sense of smell. It breaks down into 3 simple steps. First, step 1, understand the message. This is the mind part, where you learn about the animal's symbolic meaning. Step 2, inhale the wisdom. This is where scent comes in. You use a specific essential oil to create a deep emotional connection. And finally, step 3, embody the power. This is the body part, where you use movement to really integrate that animal's energy into yourself.
All right, let's see this in action, because that's the best way to get it. We'll start with the animal that kicked this whole journey off. The whale, which is all about grounding and finding calm. So for the whale, the message is all about connecting to something ancient, something deep inside you, that collective unconscious, that real calm. The scent paired with it,
Frankincense oil. I mean, that makes so much sense, right? It's the sacred oil people have used forever to get into a deep meditative state. And then, the movement. It's this slow, beautiful, wave-like motion with your arms and spine. You're literally mimicking a whale gliding through the deep ocean.
Okay, now let's flip the script completely. We're going to go from that deep calm to an animal that's all about reclaiming your power, your instinct. Let's talk about the wolf.
With the wolf, the message is totally different. It's about reclaiming your wild side, setting personal boundaries, and stepping into your own leadership. The scent is cedarwood, that strong, earthy smell that just grounds you in your own power. And the movement, wow. It's a powerful stomp on the ground and then this open-armed howl to literally release your voice. It's so empowering.
You see the difference, right? It's so clear. The whale pulls you deep inside yourself. It calms everything down, soothes your nervous system, and connects you to peace. The wolf does the opposite. It calls you to express yourself outward. It energizes your nervous system and connects you to a feeling of raw power. It's a perfect example of how you need different guides for different moments in your life.
All right, so this all brings us to the final and honestly the most important part of all of this. It's about taking this idea and turning the focus back on you, on your own life.
So just think about it for a second. What's that one animal you always seem to notice? The one that just keeps popping up?
Maybe it's the one that always shows up in your dreams, or the bird you see every single time you go for a walk. Or maybe it's an animal that just grabs your attention whenever you see it in a story or a piece of art.
Here's the thing. The whole point of this work is that those aren't just random coincidences. To quote Miryu Lee Misook directly, they are not a coincidence. They are messengers coming to heal you.
And that's really the final thought to leave you with. This isn't just a fascinating story about someone else's healing journey. It's an invitation for you to start listening a little more closely to the world around you and the world inside you. Your own healing alliance is already out there, waiting. And the big question is, what is it trying to tell you?